Geist. You've been a busy woman.
I made a promise.
Ah, so now you remember.
I never forgot. And I decide who gets to die.
Of course. A guest doesn't get to be picky about the meal they're served.
And how often will I?
Well, that all depends. Life is bought with life. The better the quality, the more time you have.
So all lives aren't equal.
If you honestly believe they were, we wouldn't be talking. Now, do we have a deal?
I fed you plenty.
And yet not nearly enough. Your binding of me
And showed favorable terms.
was against the spirit of the bargain. And when I am free of this prison, you will answer for it.
Oh, I believe you. But you will be waiting for a very long time, my friend. Unless
What?
Unless you're interested in making a deal.
I'm listening.
Pardon me, Miss McGinnis. I believe we started off on the wrong foot.
I'm busy.
I understand that. It's just...
None of the other big brains at your little party were able to help you?
Yes,
Sucks to be you.
mistakes were made.
Where's my vase?
Excuse me?
Rich people love to give away stupid shit when they want to apologize. It's always a vase or a ceremonial mask or some silver-plated cheese-cutting set. So again, I ask you, where's my vase?
It's not quite a vase, but I'm told the proletariat love it. That was a joke. Please, can we talk?
Come with me. You're not used to not getting your way, are you?
No.
I appreciate the honesty.
Can you help me?
Can I? Sure. Will I? Haven't decided yet.
Why is that?
Well, on the one hand, it's an interesting challenge. On the other, you're just a bad person.
Your mind is the engine that drives the occult war machine. Within a decade, your inventions will claim millions of lives if they haven't already.
Yeah, sure. But my job is designing weapons. That makes me a monster in the theoretical sense. You're basically a serial killer.
Yeah.
Give me a reason to help you. Something interesting.
I have money.
I said interesting.
It will likely be 50 years before there's another maelstrom. Do you really want to wait that long before you try to harness the power of a god?
Oh, now we're talking.
Detective Abrams, I'm sorry I missed you at the party.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Lady Jeanne Geist.
You sound French.
I am.
Thought you'd be German.
I married one.
Guess that makes sense.
I'm getting bored, detective.
You want me to work on my tight five?
I want you to tell me what you want.
I need to show you something. You know what this is?
A book.
A tome. Something ancient. Something powerful.
What does it do?
Steal life. Sound familiar?
Detective, are you implying...
I think we're past lying, Mrs. Geist.
Ms. Geist.
I thought you married a German.
He died.
I'm shocked.
I loved my husband, detective. And if you imply otherwise ever again, they will never find your body.
You're not lacking for confidence.
Like you said. We're past lying.
Take a look at this. May I see your hand, please?
The symbols. They...
What the hell was that?
That shouldn't have been possible.
What do you mean?
Housekeeper is oblivious to the world outside his prison. I'm supposed to be able to choose when he sees, when he speaks, and even then only I can hear him.
I think it's safe to assume Oathkeeper and the tome are connected.
Indeed. What do?
We summon the patrons.
No.
You promised you would help me.
With the ward, sure. Not with making a deal with the devil.
The devil. Oh, don't be so dramatic.
You're not foisting Oathkeeper on me. End of story.
What would you have me do?
You know a bunch of horrible people. I'm sure any one of them would love to live forever at the cost of someone else's life.
Of course I do. The question is, who do I know that wouldn't turn on me the first chance they got?
What about Mr. Fairfax?
Not a horrible suggestion. I'm sure he tried to either bind or weaponize Oathkeeper, but that would be his problem, not mine.
Weaponize?
The occult industrial complex never sleeps.
Don't go to Fairfax.
No, it was a good idea.
There has to be someone else.
What about Shelley Fisher?
How do you know that name?
Oh, I went through your files last week when you invited me over for dinner.
Why would you do that?
Because I knew you would never reveal your patient's personal information.
That woman is sick.
Which means she is desperate. And desperate people make wonderful prospects.
Leave her alone.
Your morals seem fairly arbitrary.
I can't do this anymore.
Here we go again.
That thing in your arm is a cancer.
Which is why I'm trying to remove it.
But you're not. You're trying to pass it on to someone else. There's no cure for Oathkeeper. Dad bought you as much time as he could, but time is up.
Finding a new host was your idea.
And I was wrong. Everything about it is wrong. I have to go.
Children.
So how's it going with Oathkeeper?
Surprisingly well. You were right. He was very eager to renegotiate the terms.
What's he want?
For me to make contact with the patrons.
Oma, you're in this mess because you made a deal with the spirit, and now you want to go out into the maelstrom and make a deal with another?
I'm not making a deal with the patrons. I'm just using them as a notary.
What do you mean?
Well, as you know, life is bought with life. The patron is a means to increase the exchange rate, so to speak.
Why not just ask them to banish Oathkeeper?
Why would I do that?
The whole point was to get rid of that thing!
No, the point was to save my life. We've already established that you're incapable of repairing the ward, so where does that leave me? Oathkeeper escapes his prison, I die. Oathkeeper is banished from my person, I grow old. Both are unacceptable.
You're acting like growing old is a death sentence.
It is. And it is slow and painful. You don't understand what it's like to have your body grow frail and decrepit, for your mind to shrivel, to have others stare at you with nothing but pity. No, I will not die a crone. And if I make Oathkeeper happy, I won't have to.
I won't be a part of this.
Don't be stupid. You are a part of this.
Not anymore, I'm not. If you think I'll help you...
Darling, you don't have a choice.
Go to hell, Oma.
Oathkeeper, how much is he worth?
My. You are full of surprises, Jen. Exquisite, Geist.
See? I'm a woman of my word.
You exaggerate.
Please, I'm paying you back with interest. How much were they worth?
2 months.
So are 3 of them.
Yes, but they were so... pedestrian.
At this rate, I'll have to kill off half the island to satisfy you.
What a lovely thought.
We need an alternative.
What do you have in mind?
The Maelstrom. With all the spirits and rituals and whatnot, there has to be a way to improve the exchange rate or something.
Seek the blessing of the patrons.
Okay.
You want to appease me without a massacre? Fight on my behalf. Summon the patron and earn their favor. Do this, and we can be free of each other. I'll find a new host, and you will get to live out your natural life with no strings attached.
No strings. We know how that worked for both of us before.
A boon from the patron is more powerful than either of us. It's the only way to ensure we both get what we want.
Very well. I was hoping it would be more subtle.
Subtle isn't going to keep that thing in your arm from breaking free.
And how many years will your ward last?
I'll be honest. I don't know. But I'll be dead when it does, so it's kind of not my problem.
Fair enough.
I did my part. Now the rest will be up to you.
Great. Wait, what do you mean, up to me? Just give me the ward and we can be done with this.
Not quite. The ward you currently have is a lock. It hinders Oathkeeper until he figures out how to break it. The ward I built you is more like a battery.
Your technomancer babble is wasted on me.
You know I don't have to give this to you, right?
Forgive me.
Like I was saying, I didn't build it to block Oathkeeper, I built it to drop feed it, maximizing every ounce of life and storing the surplus to keep it satisfied and docile. And with the maelstrom upon us, the amount of mystic energy you'll be able to store in that thing will be obscene, assuming you're willing to put in the work.
Do you know how long the maelstrom will last?
No clue. I've seen estimates as low as 20 minutes and as high as 2 hours, so you better get the most use out of your time. Are you up to it?
Oh, McGinnis, don't worry. Tonight is going to be unforgettable.
Lady Geist, Detective Abrams, through your will I am here. What would you ask of your patron?
Knowledge. What is the connection between the tome I carry and the spirit in Lady Geist's arm.
Long ago, the tome was used to conjure Oathkeeper.
And how do we go about...
Detective, you already received your boon.
You didn't give me knowledge. You gave me a sentence.
When asking a question, it pays to be thorough.
I don't believe this.
You think I do? Don't mess this up, Geist.
With the bar, you said it would be fairly impressive to do worse.
Lady Geist, I grow impatient.
Restore the missing pages of the tome, so that Oathkeeper may be bound to it and not to me.
Done.
What did you do, Geist?
What do you mean, what did I do?
The plan was to destroy the tome with Oathkeeper inside it.
That was before it became very clear that the patron was not keen on providing multiple steps.
I'm still stuck with the tome.
Ah, but I'm not stuck with Oathkeeper.
Yes, but the people trying to kill me for the book can still very much find it.
And that is certainly a problem for you.
And if they release Oathkeeper, who do you think that spirit will be looking for?
You may have a point.
Ah, no shit.
Well then, I think there is an obvious solution.
Oma, this is a horrible idea.
I would think that you'd be happy that the Oathkeeper situation has evolved.
Evolved is a word for it.
The guest room is down the hall.
Your bathroom is bigger than my apartment.
Don't get used to it, it's only temporary. But until the tome is destroyed, it would appear our fates will be intertwined.